Would you like to give your subscribers their home value right in Messenger? Well, I'm going to show you how to connect ManyChat to Integromat to Zillow and get that home value, and I'm going to show you that now.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
Let's get started. Get this party rocking. So today we're going to talk about using or connecting ManyChat to Integromat to get a home valuation from Zillow. Now, if you don't know how to connect ManyChat with Integromat, please go watch my other video. I've done a few, well, actually last week, I think. There should be a link right up with the little I. You can go and look at that. That's going to give you the basics on how to connect the two. We're not going to go over all the basics. Yes, I'm going to have something there to kind of show you, but I already have my API key in there and everything. So go watch that video. It's a very short, it's a shorter video. And it just connects ManyChat to Integromat and then puts a row into Google Sheets. So very basic. Come back here, and today we're going to talk about calling the Zillow API, but you could use this for any API. So this kind of process and getting the information back from the API and then processing that, you could do that pretty much for any API. We're going to do house value today. So there's a few things. Let's see. We're going to start in ManyChat, and we're going to get all that set up, and then we're going to go over. This is going to be a long video, and just get your seatbelt on, and we're going to go through there piece at a time. So, all right. So I'm going to go in flows. I'm going to go to RE value and Integromat. So I have multiple flows here. I do always make them small. So you can do retargeting. You can do a bunch of different things. So as if they don't answer the questions, those types of things. So I'm just going to go and display house value. And this is the first flow. It's very basic. It's just saying, hey, Jeff, let's get your house value. They clicked on a button, let's say. You know, you hook this up into a button in your bot for home real estate bot. And now you can give a house value right in the bot and get some information. And then you have an action. And we're just going to tag them RE get house value so that we know that they entered in this. And then we're going to go to question number 1. So it's basically very basic, just a regular question. Hi, Jeff, let's get your value. We're going to tag them RE get house value. So there's a tag that you need to create. And then we're going to go to another flow for question number 1. And question number 1, and that's the other thing is you do only need a street address and a zip code. You do not need the city. You know, some people out there think, oh, you need a city and all this other stuff. You don't. All you need is a street address and a zip code to get the value. So now we're going to go into question number 1. And I actually talked about this as if you would like to retarget the subscriber, if they don't answer this question, use a rule. I have a previous video on this. And so a couple weeks ago, I did one that shows you how to retarget with smart delays and a rule. Rules are used when you're using a user input field for the question. Smart delays can be used for buttons and quick replies. If you're just asking a question and you have to push a button and they don't push a button. When you have user input fields, you need to use a rule and tags. I'm not going to go into detail. A couple weeks ago, I have a video. I will actually have that at the end of this video. You can go back and you can watch that one as well. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a tag. Enter house value, question number 1. Now let's just edit that. Just going to bring that up. So what we want to do is we want to tag them that they're entering question number 1, and we're going to remove if they completed question number 1. Maybe they've gone through this a few times, and so we want to know where they're stopping. And so we want to make sure that we know this is very key to be able to retarget them if they don't answer the question, if you want to do retargeting based on them not answering questions. Because they are a subscriber once they get this far. They've clicked on a button to get this process. So you have them as a subscriber. And so then we're going to go and we're going to send a message. We're going to delay it for 3 seconds. And we're going to say, and basically what we have, this question is a user input field. user input block, sorry. So you just click on that and you get a user input block, and then you'd put this question in there. So I'm just going to delete that for now. So we need a few pieces of information from you. First, what's your street address? What you were looking for is 123 Main Street. That is it. No city, no state, or zip code yet. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep that as a reply type text, and we're going to store it in RE address. So there's one text type of custom field you have to create is RE address to do this. And so you got that in RE address, and then we're going to have just a text message again and say, great. So once they answer, they're going to get this message, say, great. And on the bottom, you're going to click the little button, continue to another step, and click the little button there, which will give you a little button off here. And then you can just drag this out and create an action. And this action, we're going to say, remove entered question number 1, and they added and completed house value question number 1. So what we did in the first one, we removed them entering question. Did I do that wrong? Yeah, we want remove completed. And we're going to have to change that around. Sorry. So we're coming into question number 1. We want to add a tag that they've entered question number 1, and we want to remove the tag completed question number 1 right here. There we go. All right. So what we did is we added a tag that they entered question number 1, and then we're going to remove a tag that question number 1, just in case they redid that. Are redoing it again. Then we're going to go through the question, and then on this action, we're going to add a tag. What is going on here? Add that, add that. Wow, this is weird. We got to remove these. I don't know, maybe I screwed it up. Maybe I was still in one. Sorry. We're going to say RE completed question number 1 and remove a tag. RE entered house value question number 1. All right. Maybe I had it the right way the first time. So we added a tag, enter house value question number 1, and we removed a tag, completed. After they do the question, we're going to add a tag that they completed question number 1 and remove it, entered question number 1. So if you're doing retargeting, what you would do is target people that have entered question number 1 but do not have question completed house question number 1. Then, so we got that right. And then we're going to go to question number 2. So we're just going to start another flow and go to question number 2. Like I said, these tags come in handy as far as retargeting. Go watch the other video and you'll learn how to put those together with a rule. So let's publish that. I'm going to go back and we're going to look at question number 2. Very similar to what we did there. We're going to add a tag. We're going to add a tag, enter question number 2, and remove completed house value question number 2. Just in case they went through it once before. Then we're going to have another message. We're going to delay it for 3 seconds. We're going to add a user input block. And we're going to put this in there. We need your zip code, Jeff. Just enter 5 digits like 53822 below. And in here, we're going to create another, it's a reply type text, and then a custom field RE_zip. So now we have 2 custom fields that we've created, RE address and RE zip. And now we have those. Don't make it a number, just make it text for now. And then you're going to click the button to continue the next step. And we're going to do another action. We're going to remove entered house value question number 2. And we're going to add completed house value question number 2. So now we know they completed. Again, you could do the retargeting in there. And then we're going to go start another flow. And we're just going to display what they entered. and confirm that that's what they want. So, hello. All right, so why are you hanging up there, ManyChat? There we go. So we're going to go to the summary. So in the summary, we're coming in an action, and we're going to remove completed house value. We're going to remove RE bad address house value. So here's some more tags you have to create. So make sure that you're going to put these in and they have to exist, because we're going to do something with them later. And then here's 4 more custom fields you need to create. They're all text fields. RE underscore low value underscore low underscore value. RE underscore high underscore value. RE underscore median underscore value. And RE underscore value underscore change underscore 30 underscore days. These are all text fields. No number fields, but what you're gonna do here in this action, you're gonna remove this tag, clear low value, clear high value, clear medium value, clear 30-day value. Just clear them out, because you're gonna get that information when you go to Integromat. And then we're gonna continue off that action into a message. And in this message all it is going to summarize what they entered as far as the address and zip. Please confirm, Jeff, that this is the address you want the house value for. If good, tap the button below. If not, tap re-enter button below. So you get them an option to re-enter it, or just go get the value. If they push on get house value now, or actually let's say re-enter house value, let's go to that one. They're just going to go to question number 1 again. And then we're going to start that over. Remove the tag, add to the question, and just start over. If they say get house value now, we're going to do an action. And I'm just going to show you. You're going to go down, roll down all the way where it says Trigger Integromat Pro. And we're going to click on that. And then you're going to enter a webhook. Now, we're going to get that when we go over to Integromat, but we'll watch the video with the link up on top, the little eye. You'll learn how to get the webhook and all that good stuff. Basically, I have webhooks set up, and then you can just grab one. And that's how it connects ManyChat to Integromat. But there is some other steps that you have to go through to ensure. So go through that video to see that first. But I already have one called house value. And we're going to come back. You can leave yours empty. So just add this and leave it for now. You're not going to be able to publish this or anything like that, because we're not going to be able to do that yet. So just leave it blank. And then off that action, we're going to send a message that says, awesome, your request for your house value is being processed. It will be just a few minutes. And you're going to send this message. You can put some emojis in there, stuff, and that's it. I'm going to publish it. You're not going to be able to publish it until you fill this in. So I can show you what's going to happen. It's going to be like this. No, I can't delete it. Basically, if I delete it, add an action, and then just leave it like that, it's going to come up and say, hey, you don't have it in there. But that's okay. Just it's saved. You don't have to publish it. So I'm just going to put that in there for now. And we got it. So let's see. So that was a summary. 2 other flows that you need to set up is one for bad address. So you're going to set up a RE-I-bad address flow. And what this flow is, hey, Jeff, the address whatever 123 Main Street and the zip code 53852 combo was not found to compute the value. If you'd like to try again, tap the button below. And so they can tap the button below, and you take them to question number 1 to start over again. So that's a flow that's going to be triggered in Integromat if they got a bad address. All right. Now we're going to go back and we're going to look at good address flow. And we want to create these. So on a good address, what we're going to do is we're going to do an action to notify the admin. And what we're going to put in there is full name. So the person, the subscriber, has requested and has gotten a valid house value for RE address, the address, the zip code, the low value, the high value, the median value, the 30-day change in value, and their phone number. Now, we didn't ask for their phone number. You could, but you're going to find that it's going to be a lower rate of people going through it all the way through. So I would suggest not doing that. Maybe you asked for their address in some other flow, because this is going to be an extension, though this can be a lead generation. So you could run ads to this for real estate and get valuations. Now, you could add that you could ask us like a third question for a telephone number. I think what's going to happen is you may not get very many people to go past that, or you could. I don't know. But that way, if you have their phone number, we're going to send it to the admin. Obviously, I'm the admin here, and I'm going to send that. And I'm also going to do another action is I'm going to mark conversation as open so that you can go right to live chat and see it and start that conversation. You know, let's say you don't have the phone number. So now you can start right in Messenger. And then the message that we're going to send, we're going to wait 15 seconds. So once we deliver the value and the home value and all that stuff to the subscriber, we're going to send them another message, 15 seconds later, after they digest some of the information that we sent them. We're going to say, so Jeff, would you like to get a true accurate value of your house? If so, tap the button below to give me a call. Now, in one of the previous messages, I just say it's an estimate. So you'll see how this works together later. So, all right. So we have all our flows put together that we need. Now we're going to jump over in Integromat. And I have this big, huge scenario set up. And it does a lot of stuff. And let's just review it I'm going to review it as we go through here. So, and like I said, go watch the first video. It's going to teach you how to set this, set the generic up and set a generic scenario up so you kind of know how all this works. We're going to watch for incoming data. So basically what it is the webhook that you put, I'm just going to keep this open here. It's the webhook that goes in this action, in this trigger Integromat action right here. So that's how, and that's why it says watch incoming data. We're creating a webhook and it's sitting out there waiting for information, basically waiting for this action to fire. And then Integromat's going to grab it. So in this module, we're going to basically create the webhook. And go watch the other video. I'll teach you how to do it, how to run through this ad, because basically what you're going to do is add, and then you're going to, basically name the webhook, and then you're going to find the connection. This is the connection, stuff like that. So I'm just canceling that. It's going to teach you how to do that. And then once you have this set up, then you can go back over here and put that in. And then you can publish this. All right. So I'm going to, I'll just walk through it real quick. I'm just going to add, I'm going to say test value. And I'm going to pick my connection that I already, and watch the other video. It's going to teach you how to get the connection set up. And so I'm just going to move my bubble there, say add, save, and I'm going to say, okay. So you got that in there. And so now you could go over here. And I'm going to delete that. And let's say you just added that trigger. There it is, test value. That's how it's going to show up. So, but I'm going to go back over here and put that one in because that's the one I want. I'm going to change this back to get house value. And there you go. And so I'm watching for data. And again, I'm going to keep telling you, go back to that first video because it's going to teach you how to get data in here, to run a test data so that you can get all these things to go. All right. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to add, and what you're going to do is you're going to click right here Actually, no, that's a filter. You're going to click to add. There's going to be a plus sign. Like if I went down to here, here's a plus sign comes up. So you're going to click on that, and then you're going to pick HTTP. And if it's not there, search for it. HTTP. Like that. That's what you're going to do over here, right here. So you're going to hit the little plus, and you're going to say HTTP. And once you get into HTTP, what you're going to do is you're going to put in the URL to Zillow. And here is the web service API, whatever you want to call it. They say web service. It's a API to get search results. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do a get. So you're going to pick out of all these, you're going to pick a get. As far as body data, you want raw. You want the raw data. And then you're going to leave all the rest of it. And then you're going to add parameters. So what we're going to do is you're going to put the URL in here. And then you're going to do get, and then raw. Content type, you're going to leave blank. Request content, you're going to leave blank. And then query string. We need to add some values to this request. So I'm going to edit this one. I'm going to show you. So what the first one you want to do is you want to put exactly like this. ZWS-ID. And this is actually, I know I got to do. Okay. We're going to have to go over to Zillow. Go to this website, get search results. Go down here and click on the Data API. And then click on to get a Zillow account. I already have one. So just get a new account, sign in. And then you should be able to scroll down and basically, I'm not sure how it comes up as far as getting yours, but you can then resend my ZWS ID. So what you want to do is obviously get the API, edit API information. I'm not sure. Okay, so I just created all that, and then you just, maybe that's what you do, is that you're going to get an account, and then you're going to say company or individual, and then you can get all that, and then I'm going to go back, and then you can resend, and then get an email to get your ID. All right, and that's how you get the ID that you're going to use in Integromat, in the call, in the query string parameters. All right. What we're doing here is ZWS ID. So this one's mine, so I'm blanked it out so you can't see it. It should be XI something, a bunch of numbers and stuff and letters. So once you get that, then you're going to add another parameter, city, state, zip, all one word like this. Just put that in like that. And then what you're going to do for the value is you're just going to click in that area, and you're going to go down, and you're going to find RE-zip, because that's what we want in here. City, state, zip, we want a zip. So this is how you find data. Now, again, on the first video, I kind of walked through this in detail on how to get this, but basically you're going to go, once you click in here, you're going to get ManyChat. So the first step, step one in ManyChat, in the scenario is ManyChat. Step two, or our second module, is the HTTP module. So what we want to do is we want to go down and we want to find RE-zip. Did I miss it? RE-zip. There it is. So I'm just going to click on it again. So what it does, it shows up in there. I'm going to save it. Then what we want is our third parameter for the call to Zillow. It says rent Zestimate, all one word, just like this, and you're going to make it false. And that's all you're going to do. And then you're going to add a fourth query string, and that's the address. And so you're going to just put address, and that's the street address that we collected, RE address. And again, you're going to click in this open area. I can just take this out. Open area, you're going to scroll down to custom fields here, and you're going to scroll down until you find RE address. And you click on it, and it puts it in there. There you go. So now you have everything you need to get the raw data from Zillow based on this address and this zip code. All right. So then you say, okay. And then you're going to, now once you're done with HTTP, you can go over here. There's going to, and you go over that just like I did here. You're going to get a plus sign. So you're going to do plus sign, and then you're going to put in XML. And that's what you're getting. You're going to parse the XML that Zillow sends back. So you're going to go over, not over here, but you're at the end here. And you're just going to go plus, and you're going to go XML, and you click on XML to add that. And you're going to say parse XML. And that's what you're going to do. But I'm going to delete this module. So I'm going to go back over here. So in the XML, we're going to go in here, and I'm going to go back. So we're going to create a new one. And so I'm going to do an add. What we're going to do is we're going to do an add. You're going to name your data structure. Let's say Zillow, house value data structure. That's what I did right here. So I'm just gonna create. I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm just going to say Zillow test 2, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to add, actually, I'm just going to save this for now. We're going to come back to it to get it. What you need to do is you need to go into the HTTP to get the data structure of the data coming in. So I'm going to click on this. Just click on, once you run it. So what you got to do is, again, watch the video before. You're going to have to run the module 1, the ManyChat one, and then the HTTP. So since we already put this Integromat, we put get house value in here. Now you could run this part of it. So you're going to have to run your flow. I would run it all the way through to get this to trigger. And how you're going to do that is you're going to put run once. And so it's going to sit there and wait. And then you're going to run this to get some data in here. And so once you get the HTTP to run, and again, watch the first video. It's going to walk you through it. And what you want to do is, because I have this whole scenario already set up, but you're going to want to test it step by step. And so you go back in here. Actually, no, you don't go in there. What you're going to do is once you run it, you're going to see that you're going to get a little 1 here. And once it runs successfully. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on that. And then you're going to go to here. Here's bundle 1. That's the input. So that's the input that we sent. Remember, we did this URL. We did a get. We did a few things there. And the query string, I'm not gonna, we clicked on the query string. Here they are. Here's the, here's the ID. Here's the zip code. Here's the address. So I'm gonna close that. You're gonna go down as to the output, because that's what you want. You want the output. And what we're doing is we're doing the XML parsing of the output of this module. So I would go here, and what you want to do is you want to take data. This is the data structure of the data coming in. So you want to take this like this, highlight it, copy it. So copy, highlight it, do a Control-C to copy it, and then close that and go back to your XML parsing XML. Do add Zillow test 3. Then you're not going to add an item here. You're going to do generate, and you're going to pick XML, and then you're going to paste that data that we took from the HTTP step, and you're going to do save. There you go. And then you're just going to do save. And now you're all set. It should be identical if I go back to the one I've been using. If I go edit, search results, collection, array like this, true. There you go. I'm just going to cancel that one. So now we're going to go back to Zillow test 3. I'm going to go and look at item. There you go. That's what we want. Why don't I have 3 collections? I have 3 collections in that one. I have 4 collections here. Oh, I know why. It's because I think I had a bad address. So that's okay. All right. So now you have this set up, and you're just going to say, okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to be at the end. You're not going to have any of this yet. And so you're going to go over, like I said, go to the end like this. And what you're going to do is you want to add a router. Tools, flow control. Okay, maybe that's it right there. Flow control. There we go. Router. There you go. All right. So it's not a module. What you're going to do is you're going to go like this, and then you're going to say router. You're going to go here, and you're going to go router. And then you just, it'll add it. So over here, now that you're at the end, then just go to this tool and then go down and get a router. Click on this, it's going to show up, and then you can connect it right there. All right. I'm deleting this, getting rid of that. And on the router, whoops, I don't want 3. Delete the module. There we go. No, I don't want that. Unlink. So we only want 2. You can click and have 2 paths. You want 2 paths to go. And what you're going to do is you're going to add a filter. Actually, what you're going to do is off. Here, I'm just going to add one out here. I'm going to leave it just hanging out here. I'm going to add like this. So if you hit the plus, you get 2. And that's all you want to do. Then what you want to do is I'm going to click on that. I'm going to add ManyChat. And I'm going to send, what am I first thing I'm doing here? Sending a message. So we're going to go back over here and we're going to send a message. So you want to do that. And then on the bottom here, I don't want to set that up right now. The bottom here, you're going to send a flow. So you're going to click on this one and you're going to click on ManyChat and you're going to send a flow. All right. So, and then we're going to go back and go through those. And I just wanted to show you how you do this. And then what you do is you click on here and say set filter. And I don't think that's going to do that here if I do that. I already got the filter set up. So I think you have to go here and then you get the filter. When you set it up, you're going to click on the little wrench and set up filter. This node is not linked to an input node. Yeah, I know. So you're going to click on that. I'm just going to connect this. If I move it close enough. There you go. So then you're going to click on this, set up filter. So that's what you're going to do over there. And you're going to label it good address. And the condition is going to be, what we're going to do is we're checking to see if it found the address in the HTTP call. So we're going to click on that and we're going to go down to message and code and we're going to grab that. And for good address, we're going to say equal to 0. So the code that's coming in from the search is going to be equal to 0. And I'm going to say okay. Then on the other one, it's going to be set up a flow. Set up a filter, bad address. It's going to say bad address. And then again, you're going to go to the XML parse. And so that's where I went in the first one. XML parse XML. And you're going to go to message code. And you grab that and you're going to change this to not equal to 0. Meaning that you got a bad address. So what's going to happen is it's going to route, if you got a good address, they found it, it's going to go to that. Basically here, I'm going to show this. It's going to go to this route. If it has a bad address, it's going to go to this route. Okay? And that's what you're doing with this router. But you're going to do it over here. But I wanted to show you how to do that and how to set up the filter. So once you have the filter, I'm just going to delete these. I don't need them. We're going to delete them out of there. All right. So now you have send the messages or send the flow. Let's do the bad address first. So you have your filter. And you're going to click on, you're going to add, you added this already. You're going to say connection ManyChat here. I'm just going to add another one. So we're going to send the flow. So we're doing this one right here. And we're going to go down and we actually said send the flow. So now it's going to ask you what connection. And remember we connected. We have a connection. Go watch that first video. You're going to set up your connection to your bot. That's the main connection. And so that's what I'm grabbing. I'm grabbing my main connection. And then you're going to go get subscriber. And you're going to get the subscriber from the step number 1 right here. And I'm going to grab that subscriber ID, not the key, but the subscriber ID. And then you're going to put a flow. And this is the bad address flow. And so remember, we created this bad address flow over here. So we're going to go over to bad address. And once you click on it, what you got to do is grab this right there. So you grab that. And you go back and you put that in here. And actually it tells you right here what you're looking for. So we put that in there. So now when it goes this path, say we have, because the filter is going to say, hey, you got a bad status code. You didn't find an address. So you're going to go down this route and you're going to send this flow. All right. And then you're going to say, okay. I'm going to delete that. And then we're going to finish this off, the bad address flow, because if you look this, I named it when you did the filter. If you click on this, you did the filter, you did bad address, and it says not equal. That code is not equal. All right. So now all you're going to do is off this one. You're going to go like this again on the plus sign. And you're going to say ManyChat. And what we're going to do here is we're going to manage tags. So we're going to tag them with the bad address tag. Remember, we were taking that off. In the summary, bad address host value. We took it off the subscriber here, but now we're going to add it if we got a bad address. So we're going to do manage tags, and you're going to pick your connection that you've been using all along here. You're going to go out and get the user ID again. So you're going to come in here and you're going to, okay, what I'm going to do, okay, there's the ID. The action, you're going to add a tag. And then it's going to bring up all the tags that you have on that ManyChat connection. And I'm going to say bad address. And you're going to say, okay. So I'm going to delete this module. And that's what this one's doing. It's for the bad address tag. All right. And then what you want to do is you can hit save right here. So then it says save scenario. So you got it saved so far. Now we're going to go through the path for the good address. So like we already set this up. We already set our filter saying good address. And then basically we're looking at that code that came from the XML. Basically it came from the HTTP and it came through this parsing XML. And we, let's see, set condition is equal to 0. All right. So now it's equal to 0. So what we want to do is send messages. So what you're going to do is I'm going to go to the end of this one. And I'm just going to show you how to do that message. So you're going to say ManyChat, and you're going to send messages, send a batch of messages. All right. You're going to click on that. You're going to grab your connection. You're going to grab the ID right here. And then you're going to add an item. And we're going to say it's a text. So you see, you send an image, you can send a video, an audio, and other. I haven't done other. Oh, it's a file URL. I haven't tried that one yet. I'm going to say this kind of message I'm going to send a text. And then you're going to put the text in here, what you want to send. All right, and then you can add buttons. And then you can add another one. Excuse me. So I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to delete this because I don't need this. We're going to go back over here, and I'm going to show you what the messages you're going to send. So like I said, as I grab the connection, I grab the user ID, and now I'm going to send messages. And I'm going to edit this message to show you what it looks like. So I added an item. Remember when I said add item? And get myself out of the way. I picked out the text. That's the type of message we're sending. And then I just said, hey, subscriber first name. So what you do is once you click and you start typing in here, you can actually go and find, here's first name. I already have it in there. The house, and then I got an emoji, located at, and then you have custom field, the RE address. So you're going to go get the custom field. You're going to scroll down here and find the RE address is someplace in here. I think it's farther down. RE address right here. So I'm just going to click on that, but I'm going to take it out. Has a low value, and you put a $sign. Here's an emoji of, and then what you want to do is you're going to have to format the XML data that came in. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to go, basically what you're going to do is I'm going to go on the bottom here and just show you. I'm going to make it a little bigger. So what you're going to do is you need to format the number. So how you do that is once you click in here, this comes up where you can scroll and pick out data to bring in. And you're going to parse this XML data here. What you want to do is you want to go over to the x power 2 and get a function, format number. All right. Then you're going to click in between this and the semicolon right there. And then you're going to go back to the star and you're going to say, hey, okay, search results, search results. That's our data that we're bringing in. So we want to drop down. Whoops. All right. Drop down. That's the data coming in. And you're going to go down to response. Basically, when you're doing an HTTP request, you send a request in, and then a response comes back. All right. So this is a response. The request was what we sent, the address and the zip code. But the response is what we want. And so we're going to response. We're going to go into results. We're going to go down another result. And then we're going to go down to Zestimate. And once we get into Zestimate, here's the magic. Here's our numbers that we're going to grab for all our messages. So now what you want to do is valuation range. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, the low value is this and the high value is this in this message. So you're going to click on valuation range, and we're going to click on the down arrow for low, and we're going to click on value. Boom. Now I put the value in there. Now a couple more things you want to do is you want to tell it after the first semicolon, you want to say there's 2 decimal points. I know it doesn't say this, but I know from doing research on how to format this. And then what you want to do is you want to put a period. So that's for the decimal point. You're going to put a decimal point. And then for the thousands, you want to put a comma. So that's the format that you want, like that. And so that's basically what I have up here. Here's the low value. And then you're going to do the same thing. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to delete this field. You're going to do the same thing right here for the high value. So you're going to come in and you're going to go response, results, result, Zestimate, value range. And instead of low, you're going to do high, and you're going to grab that value. and then put a period at the end like this, and then you're done. So I'm going to get rid of all this. And that's my message that I had before. So I'm going to save that message. And now we're going to send them a second message. And you're going to say add item. So you're going to add item. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick text. And then you can type it in. I already did that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit this one. So I already picked text. And now here's my text. And I'm going to say this median value, the median value of your house, and there's emojis, is about, and now, oh, the other thing is when you're doing the format number, put a $sign and then do the format number, because otherwise there won't be a $sign in the display, because this is just formatting the number. It's not putting a $sign. It's not a dollar editing, that type of thing. So just put the $sign and then format number and do the same thing I just showed you. Basically, in the first space, you get the value. I can show you how to do that. We can go get the value. So we're going to go down and we're going to go to response. We're going to go to result. We're going to go to result. Results. We're going to go to Zestimate, and we're looking for the median value, and that's basically the amount. The median value is the amount, and then value. So there you go. So that's how you get that one. And then you're going to format, and then we're going to say this is only an estimate since we haven't seen your house. And so that's where you'll see this last message that we're going to send out. I think we talked about that. The message is saying, hey, if you'd like a true value of your house, please call me. That's why we're saying that, is because we're saying right here is only an estimate since we haven't seen your house in person. We see that your house value, $sign, it's an emoji, has changed by, and here's a $sign, and then I'm formatting this again, and I'll show you where I got this value. So that's the value in the past 30 days. So that's a change value that's happened, and that's in the last update. Or no, value change right here. Value change. And that's the value change right here. So you click on it and it comes in, and obviously put the put the period and the comma, and then a little pie chart thing in the past 30 days. So that's your message. So that's the second message that we're going to be sending out here. Then we want to update those custom fields. Remember these custom fields that we have that we blanked out here. Low value, high value, medium value, value changed in 30 days. So those are things that we want to send them, or actually update in ManyChat. So you're going to hit the plus sign, you're going to hit ManyChat, and then you're going to do set custom field. And it's going to come up, and then you're going to pick your connection again, and then you're going to pick the user ID. And then you're going to pick the field that you want to update. So let's go to RE low value. And then we're going to format that value. All right. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to delete this. Get rid of that one. We're going to go back in here. And I already have this set up. So I went and got the ID. I went and picked low value. And then what you're going to do is just format it again. Just like you did in the message, you're going to format here so it sends it back to ManyChat in that formatted way. So again, what you would do is if you click in here, I'm just going to do this for you. Click over here to X2. Get myself out of the way. Now I lost it. X2, format number. And you're going to go and get the low value again. And what you can do, I can show you a little trick. I'm going to get rid of this. It's going to say OK. If you go back to this message that you're sending, as far as the value, let's say low value. Yeah, we're going to edit that. What you can do is go and start from the $sign and then highlight all that up to there. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Highlight it all the way up to there. And take that space. Control C to copy. and say, okay, get out of that one, go back to your set item. And I'm just going to show you if you go like this and then on Control V, paste it. There you go. And actually get rid of that extra space. Now it's in there. So you don't have to retype it and all that stuff. You can just copy and paste it in like that. And then what you're going to do is do another plus. Oops, let's go here. Do another plus. Do another ManyChat. Do another set custom field. I'm going to cancel that, delete that. Basically what I'm doing is this one right here. Here's another set custom field. Here's another set custom field. Here's another set custom field. All right. So I'm going to go into this one. And in this one, set the connection, get your user ID. You're going to go get the field ID, high value this time, and then copy that same thing that you sent in the message, copy that in here. So now I have to update that custom field. And then get to this custom field, hit the plus sign, and do that. Hit the plus sign right here to add another ManyChat module. Grab your connection, grab your ID. Now you're going to go find median value. It's another field custom field that we're clearing. Remember, we're clearing all those fields right here, median value. And then copy this from that second message that we have, send messages. And now what we're doing is we're bringing in that, I think, amount, estimate amount, but basically it's a median value. And then say, okay. And then add one more ManyChat, hit the plus sign right here. And you're going to go in here and grab the connection, grab the ID. And now we're going to grab the last custom field, the 30-day change value. Copy this, again, from the $ all the way through, from that second message that we sent up here in the batch messages, right up here. And copy that in. And I'll show you that one just one more time. Just like all the other ones that we did. You go down, here's a second message, do edit. Go down here, and wherever the $ is, start from there and go all the way through there. Save, okay. Go to this last custom field one that we just did. So that's the 30-day change. And you go in the blank and just copy like that. Just make sure that you got all the pieces to it. I'm going to delete this one because I don't need this one in here. And okay. So now, one of the last two things, then you hit the plus sign again for ManyChat. Hit this. And actually what we're going to do is, I'll show you. Now we're going to add a tag. Just like we tagged over here for the bad address, we're going to tag over there. So you're just going to add another ManyChat. You're going to go manage tags. You're going to pick your connection, get your user ID, add a tag, and then you're going to find the tag RE completed house value. Yeah, completed house value. There you go. And that's what this one is. And you'll be able to see that. Connection, ID, add a tag, complete house value. I'm just going to delete that one. Don't need that there. And the last thing is you're going to send the flow. And this is the flow that when they get a good address flow, they're going to get this. And this is where you get the notification to the admin of somebody asking for a home value, which they got. And then you can open up the conversation. And then you're going to have 15 seconds. And you're going to come back and say, so Jeff, would you like to get a true accurate value of your house? If so, tap the button below to give me a call. And they can call you right away. And that correlates to the one, the previous message where we said, when we're given the values, saying it's an estimate, which it is. And that's what we're going to say a true accurate. I mean, we got to come and see the house. As a realtor, it's kind of hard to value a house without really seeing what's in it. I mean, it could be good, it could be bad without seeing it. So you're going to do the plus sign. I can just do the plus sign here. And then you're going to do ManyChat. And then you're going to do send flow. That's what this is right here, send flow. And then you do your connection. and you're going to grab your user ID right here. And then you're going to grab the flow. As we're looking at this flow, it's right here. Grab that. You're going to put that in there. All right. And I'm going to say OK, but I'm going to delete this because I already have it there. And that's it. This is the scenario to get a house value. I don't know what that is. There we go. That to get the house value into ManyChat. So let's run this. So what you can do, what you have to do is obviously save it. I'm on the free version, by the way. So save it. Make sure you save it so you have it. I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and I'm on the free version. Now, I've ran a lot of transactions, but I think you get 1,000 in a month. So you can run this on the free version, whereas in Zapier, there's no way you could do this on the free version. You'd have to have a paid version to do this. There's just too many steps. And here's my integration. And there it is. It's just, once I added that third one, I don't know why it doesn't adjust. So it's got a little hump there, but you know. So that is the scenario. That's how it runs. So what we're going to do is we're going to test this. And so to test it, and like I said, you needed to run these two. When you have these two set up, you need to run it. You need to run your process to get some data to come in here so that you can complete these other steps. And how you do that, and watch the other video. I'm going to keep saying that. Watch the other video. It'll teach you how to get that test data in there. But you just turn it on. You run it, and so it's sitting here waiting for it. You get the little circle thing. So it's waiting for data, and then you'd get the data. And this is the way you can test it too right now. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to run house value. And I'm just going to edit it to do a preview. And there we are. Hey, Jeff, let's get your house value. Need a few pieces of information. Let's test the bad. Well, no, let's do a good address. I'm just going to grab a Germantown address here. And we got some funky street addresses here. There's Carriage Avenue. Great. So there's our great, you know, kind of having a conversation. Now what zip code? So 53022. Oops. 3022. Make sure that it's right just for the test here so we get a good test. So now it's going to come up and confirm, Jeff, is this the address you want the house value for? If good, tap that. Otherwise, we can go re-enter it. So here's Carriage in that zip code. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip over here real quick and watch this. So I'm going to say get value. And so we're going to watch it go through. You can watch it. Yep, we found the address. Boom, boom, boom. And as long as you are getting little ones, that means it all worked. All right. So now here's what we got. Here's the message that was sent right when I pushed the button. Your request for your house value is being processed. It will be just a few minutes. Then it came back and said, hey, Jeff, the house located at, you know, on Carriage Avenue has a low value of this and a high value of this. The median value of your house is about $270. This is only an estimate since we haven't seen your house in person. We see that your house value has changed by, and it's actually gone down $2,000 in the last 30 days. So that's given them some great information. And now here, a text below is a notification from Everything Bot. So this is what's going to the admin. This, and then this. And here I am. I'm the one that has requested and has gotten a valid house value. Here's the address. Here's the values. And here's my phone number, which I had already entered. But like I said, you could ask for the phone number in this process. I think you're going to get less people going through the whole thing. So maybe you asked for it before, but you can run Facebook ads and stuff to this and get people into your bot. And then you could click on live chat right off that button and then go talk to me. So, and then you have all the, you know, here's that question, here's all the values. So you can go talk to them that way. Let me see. We can go back here, and then here's the last message. So, Jeff, would you like get a true, accurate value of your house? If so, tap the button below to call. It just goes to 9s. So that is the whole process. Let's do one more test. Let's do a bad address. I'm going to go bad address. Actually, if I go into audience, I'm going to show you all the fields, because actually what was sent in the contact admin is all here. But you can see I got a completed value. I completed the questions. I got a house value. Let me see here. Let's find the fields. Here's the high value. Here's the low value. Here's the median value, and here's the 30-day change. So we got all that information put in there by Integromat. So let's see. I'm going to put in some bad address. Oops, I have to be in the typing area. Put bad address. And I'm going to put a zip code, 5 digits. And yeah, I want the value for that. And actually, we got to run this. And I run this, and we'll watch this go this way. Boom. So it ran this way because you can see the ones are here, but they're not here. So now if we go over here, hey, Jeff, the address, the zip code was not found to compute the value. If you'd like to try again, tap the button below. And then you just restart. You can go to question number 1. There you go. So to complete this, what you want to do is turn this on. So you push this button right here and you turn it on. So now it's on all the time. So every time somebody requests, this is to run once. And what I did is I had said in here, I said request get house value on that bad address. And when I pushed run, it told me that I had one waiting. So it does queue them up. But you want to make sure that you turn it on so it stays on. And make sure you do the save if you made any changes. Because if you're testing and making these changes and you're testing here, but you turn it on and try running it, if you didn't hit save, when you run once, it's going to run what you got here. If you turn it on and expect it to run what you're doing here without saving, it's not going to. It's going to run the old version. Well, that concludes our video for today on connecting ManyChat to Integromat to Zillow to get a subscriber's home value. Showed you how to do that and connect that and get the data from Zillow, display it in a message to your subscriber, but also to update custom fields with those values that you can use later on. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Happy to answer them. And as always, like the video, share it across the world, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Click the little bell so that you do get notification when a new video comes out. Down in the description, I have a link to a great group, Messenger Marketing with an ROI. Come on and join us. Happy to have you. As always, have a great week and see you in the next video.